Rock Stars. Itsrox coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 4. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show starts with Eddie and Wendy. They're having their own family fun day. She don't have to go to Robin's thing, y'all. Her and the kids and the husband are out at a park, and the kids are playing and having a good time. She's talking to Eddie about what's been going on. He said, "You've been ripping and running so much, I haven't been able to find out, what exactly you've been up to." Well, she tells him about the possible business venture with Peter. Yes, that's right, Peter Thomas. You trying to go in business with him? Yes, child. She said that she wants to do this Nigerian lounge, and Peter told her that they could do something together. It would be $1.6 million. He was like, "Oh, okay. And how much of that is your part?" She says $300,000 she would have to invest. And, wouldn't be a 50-50 split. But I was like, 300 out of 1.6 million. That don't even sound like 30%. But maybe it is 1.6. That's less than 30%, y'all. Anyway, he was looking at her like, "You about to get that man $300,000, really?" Wendy says she's fine with it because she can't always be there. She's busy. And that's the whole point that Eddie's trying to make. Like, okay, we've been through this with you and the candle company. Now you on this whole Nigerian lounge situation, but you always complaining about how busy you are and how you pull from this place to the next, but you still trying to do more. You want to do all these things, and at what cost? Okay, you're away from your family way too much. And she says, "I know, but she does want his support. This is not going to work without Eddie's support." Well, Eddie doesn't sound like he's 100% on board yet. Okay. She also tells him about Ashley's TikTok sexy dance class and how messy it was. She said that she felt attacked by Robin, basically, that Robin, was going off on her. She's planning this family fun day for everybody to come with their kids, but she didn't invite Wendy. And Wendy was like, "I don't play about my kids." Wendy felt like that was a personal attack on her, which it was. Don't really have nothing to do with the kids, but you guys know how y'all like to always say it's about the kids, child. So whatever. I don't really care that Wendy's kids wasn't at the damn family fun day, but that's just me. Now, speaking of Robin says, okay, everybody is on spring break right now, so she's planning this family fun day. And yes, she knows it's petty. Yes, she don't really see it for Wendy. So no, Wendy will not be coming. But what she has decided to do is contact Candiace and ask Candiace to act as an auntie and bring Wendy's kids. If Wendy really wanted her kids to be there, then at least this would be the opportunity for them to come. Okay. Actually, she's telling Juan all this as they are practicing sack racing in their backyard, before the family fun day festivities. Them kids done got big. I was like, dang. We've been watching, I guess it's been 7 years, so dang, they've really grown. But she's proud of herself. She thinks that this compromise is good, and Juan thinks that it's good as well, okay? And if it's not really about the kids, then you know what? She'll let the kids come. That's how Robin sees it. So she was just like, so anyway, after her and Wendy had their whole confrontation at the Ashley sexy TikTok class dance party, whatever you want to call it, she said, Candiace just storms out. She didn't really know what the problem was. Come to find out, Candiace was upset because Ashley had said that Chris had DM'd her to come to his bar where he works when she was out. And so when Robin had mentioned what happened with Ashley and Chris to Giselle said also that she felt uncomfortable because Chris had invited her to her private room and nobody was in there. Okay. And so Robin was like, "Do you think that he should apologize?" And Juan was like, "Yeah, he probably should." Do you guys think that Chris should apologize? I was just like, what is he apologizing for exactly? I was surprised that Juan said that. But I guess he's just saying that he should apologize for making Giselle feel uncomfortable. The bitch knew how to say, "Oh no, I can't go in here. Nobody is in here." Okay, you gonna get in there and damsel in distress? Child, anyway. Robin is concerned that if they do press Chris, even just for this apology, that he might just, they might end up running him off. He might not want to deal with everybody. And Robin likes Chris. And Juan was like, yeah, he probably will be done. That's why I don't come around. Okay, Juan got pulled through the ringer quite a few times, you know, earlier seasons, so he knows. So he's just like, yeah, he probably gonna be done, but you know, I guess he could apologize. She does call Candiace, FaceTimes her and says, you know, I just want you to practice your auntie duty and contact Wendy and tell her that you would bring the kids to the family fun day. Candiace was like, yeah, I know good and damn well that Wendy is gonna tell me, you know, hell no, but I mean, it's worth a shot. So next, you guys, we see Karen. Karen is at home. She's cleaning out her refrigerator because she has found out that she is allergic to chicken. Turn in your black card.
You know, I plan on living a very long time. So I went to the doctor to see what it is that I could digest. And so when she tested me for chicken, i.e. the dirty bird, you know, I couldn't digest it well.
So that's the reason why now she has to get rid of all chicken. Child, my friend told us some years back that she was allergic to chicken. That lasted for about a year. And then I don't know what happened. All of a sudden she was fine again, child. People just be going through it. Anyway, she says that Raven is living her best life out there in New York, okay?
Look at you! You look like a supermodel.
Yeah, Raven is doing the damn thing. I mean, 24 years old. She's on the red carpet at the Met Gala. Like,
I'm living vicariously through Raven.
Anyways, child, we're gonna hear about these titties again. You would think that Karen has never had any kind of augmentation to her body, considering how much she's talking about these boobs. It's like, Karen, you've had other stuff done. Why all of a sudden is it the emphasis on these damn titties? But anyway, she tells her how, you know, Uncle Jessup ain't really feeling the titties. And, you know, he was concerned that it would be a bad influence on Raven. And Raven was like, look at how he came for you. But Karen lets us know.
You know what? I am a good mommy, a damn good mother. You know, and what he doesn't know is that Raven and I talk all the time.
So Karen has already made it clear that this was her choice and Raven may want to do it in the future or may not want to do it. That's on Raven, okay? But Uncle Jessup ain't got to worry about her influencing her daughter, okay? Raven is a grown woman. She do what she want to do. Ashley is at home and there's a knock at the door and it is somebody by the name of Auntie. Now, I was watching this on my phone, so the very little small print I couldn't see. Was she her lawyer? Was she her publicist? I didn't really know. I mean, Ashley said that that's her home girl, but clearly she's working in some sort of capacity for Ashley as well. So maybe a publicist or maybe her manager or whatever. Anyway, after her little boy goes and plays off with Ashley's kids, they sit down and they're talking. Auntie asks her, so how's everything going? It feels really ridiculous for me to be calling this girl Auntie but maybe that is really her name. But I'm like, I'm sure I'm older than her. And why am I calling her Auntie? But maybe that's her real name. But anyway, she asked Ashley, how is the home buying experience going? Well, it's going roughly for Ashley, but how do you like your new home? And Auntie says, oh, I love my new home. Anyways, the divorce, that is what is at hand with Michael and Ashley. And Ashley tells him that Michael feels like they need to make a statement. They need to say something. We know how the world works, and the gossip world especially, if this gets out, the story gets out before they're ready to tell it, it can get spun and everything. So they want to get in front of what did Olivia always tell us from Scandal? Always get in front of the story. So that's what they want to do. So she's prepared a statement and she reads the statement to Auntie, sees how she feels about it. But it's the same pat story. We are going to co-parent lovingly. There's no bad feelings between the two of them. It's just they've grown apart, blopty blue. Auntie was like, okay, well, I mean, that sounds good. But, you better get ready for the trolls. You know how they do. And Ashley was like, oh, yeah, she's quite aware of how they can be. Her and Michael, this ain't their first rodeo, honey. They've had plenty of scandal. So that's good. We're going to put the statement out in April. And Ashley was like, April? Well, it's March 30th today. Well, you got a couple of days to get yourself together and then we'll put it on out next week. And Ashley agrees that that's probably the best course of action. It's family fun day. And Robin, as she gets to the park with her family and getting all of the things for the activities that they're going to be doing, getting out of the car, She tells us that she doesn't care about Wendy. You know, she's like, oh, well, if Wendy feels away, then that's on her. She doesn't care. She invited the kids, so if it's about the kids being there and nothing else, then they'll be there. If not, then it'll be about something else, okay? We'll just see how the day goes. We see Giselle and her kids. They're in the car. They're on their way there. We see Mia and Gordon and her kids. They're in the car. They're on their way there. Okay, her and Gordon are actually talking about just her growing up and how her aunt told her that her mother, you know, when you get addicted to drugs, sometimes it stunts your growth. And so when you get addicted, that's kind of where you stop developing and growing. And then once you become sober, then you kind of pick up from there. So Mia was like, really, my mom is still like in her 20s. All right. And so her and her mom are still a work in progress. They're still trying to get it together. She says, but she does try to give her mom some leeway because now she has a better understanding of, you know, addiction and the struggles that people go through. So she doesn't really expect her mom to be a mother. She just expects her and her mother to have a better relationship. You know, kind of like Jasmine. As a matter of fact, Robin met Jasmine in LA, I think she said, and they got along well. So I think Jasmine is going to be at the thing today as well. Is that what she said? Anyways, what's going on with her and Candiace? Well, her and Candiace are good, she guesses. All right. You know, she just tries to kind of ignore Candiace, and that, you know, that works best for her. So anyway, it's family fun day. We get to the field, and Mia was like, oh, we really in the field. Okay, I don't know what she thought family fun day was going to be, but yeah, girl, we about to be getting physical, playing games out here. You can already tell Mia ain't that type. So anyway, they're getting there, getting together, everybody's saying hey to each other and whatever, and Robin tells Mia that Juan woke up and his face was lopsided. Did she say why his face was lopsided? Okay, but she was just like, oh, you know, still come on out. And he was like, y'all not about to make me the brunt of the joke. Juan, you should be used to it. But I am so glad that Juan Dixon is not here right now. Mia was just like, oh, so he doesn't come. I thought that this was family fun day. Okay, looks like it's mommy and the kids day, but whatever. Everybody can't participate as much as Gordon does. So then Giselle gets there with the girls, and then Karen walks in. She has a cute little lavender outfit on. How about Mia was like, nobody told us that it was going to be Teletubby Day. Are you calling her the purple Teletubby, the one that carried the purse? Child, that was the favorite of the kids back in the day, is the little purple Teletubby, and then they tried to say that it was gay. Remember? It was a big issue back then. Today, the Teletubbies would thrive. Back in 1999, 2000, you know, it was a different story. Then we get Jacqueline. Maybe it was Jacqueline and not Jasmine that Mia was talking about. Anyway, Jacqueline gets there with her husband, her ex-husband, I should say, Patrick. And everybody was kind of looking like, well, why are you here with him? You know, Giselle was just like, aren't you guys broken up? And she was just like, yes, we are. But, you know, we're co-parenting. Okay, that's my parenting partner, my PP. And Giselle was like, no, you did not call this man a PP, okay? The PP to Giselle means, what did she say? Something penis. That's all Giselle thinks about is big and small penises, because poor thing don't get none. Anyways, Candiace texts Robin and tells her, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I did reach out to Wendy to see if the kids wanted to come, and the kids are not coming. Wendy said, thank you, but no thank you, okay? And so Robin was like, I knew it. I knew it wasn't about the kids. Well, you know, when you have a problem with somebody, you're not really going to send your kids. I mean, if you can get over it and be the bigger person, then that's fine. It probably would have worked out better if Robin would have said that when she originally told Wendy she couldn't come. You can't come, but your kids can come. Just let them come with somebody else. But now, after the fact, Wendy really is not going to let the kids come. Okay? Who gives a fuck? Okay, family fun day. Them kids probably don't give a damn anyway. Wendy's whole thing is no mom is gonna send their kids where they're not wanted. No, you're not wanted, Wendy. Your kids are fine. But unfortunately, the kids are attached to the parent. Go figure. So you guys, I'm sitting there watching, and I don't think that I ever really paid attention to when old girl got there, but next thing we know, she shows up, you know, all jiggly, and I was like, girl, you can tell you ain't got the body tucks and everything that the rest of these girls have got. I guess Sharice was just like, honey, first let me get my full champagne flute back, And then we'll see what we gonna be nipping and tucking around here, okay? She got the regular, average, you and me look. So anyway, she's out there. She's ready to have a good time. They separate into teams, okay? Got a few people on one team, a few people on another team. And we're gonna get started with this family fun. The very first challenge that they have is the sack race. Okay, so we see all the girls in their sacks, and they're hopping across the field and all. And well, first of all, I'm just like, Karen, should you even be jumping considering you just got your boobs done not too long ago? That doesn't seem like that's the best course of action when you bouncing up and down. But hell, I guess it was fine. Or maybe it wasn't, because after she finally makes it back across, she's coughing really bad.
I have a respiratory infection, so I can't really breathe well. I should have taken my D-pack and I didn't.
They take Karen off to the side, raise your hands up in the air so we can make sure you can get some breath, breathe. And well, that doesn't seem to be working. What's going to be best for Karen is if she just left. Okay.
I should have taken my D-pack and I didn't. So, I think I'm just going to go on and go, can you help me back to my car?
And they were like, where are you going? Oh, Karen doesn't feel well. And Sharice was just like, she's left because of me. Yeah, she's all of a sudden doesn't feel good. And Robin says, oh, she did that to get away from you. And I was like, yeah, Sharice, you make us sick. Giselle was just like, girl, I had a talk with Karen the other day and she acted like she didn't even know who you was. I said, Sharice, and she said, who? Like, we needed to know that, Giselle. I'm telling you, that girl is perfect at stirring the pot. Anyways, they think it's funny that Karen has been run off. Karen ain't got no kids anyway, so she was there just for moral support. She can go on and go. Anyways, the kids, they ready for next. Like, what's the next thing? Okay, well, the next thing is the three-legged race. Now, I've always thought the three-legged race meant that you race, one leg is shared and then the other ones, but the kids was hopping and doing whatever. I guess whatever was going to be the best strategy to make sure that you won, as long as you were tethered together. So we do that cute little race. Okay. Candiace is on her way there. All right. But she was just like, Giselle can kiss the blackest part of her ass. Okay. I said, that's usually the crack. And she still don't see it for Giselle. When she gets there, she's talking to Robin, and Robin was like, okay, well, you missed a couple of the challenges, the sack race and three-legged race and everything, but we're just about to do the tug of war. You can get involved in that one. So Candiace comes in, she says hi to everybody, and Giselle is just sitting there, okay, like the princess on the damn stoop that she thinks she is. And well, Candiace didn't say anything to her. She was just like, oh, Candiace got here and said hello to everybody and did not apologize to me. I was just like, oh my God, she is so fucking funny. Okay, Giselle was just like, honey, I am the queen of the coop, and you gonna tell me sorry. You will never get that apology, never. And Giselle was just like, don't be mad, honey. Just tell your husband, don't be inviting me into private rooms that's nobody is in there. I said, ooh, I know if Candiace was watching that episode last night, that shit probably pissed her off. Did she go on a tirade on Twitter? Y'all know how Candiace do. The other girls go off to go do the tug of war. I guess Candiace and Sharice they're not going to participate in the tug of war. So Sharice asked her, how are you doing? Last time that you were around, you didn't seem happy. I see that Sharice is trying a different approach this season. Okay. She ain't done nothing to piss me off. I'm still going off of old shit. All right. Yes, I guess that's being petty and whatnots, but so far, Sharice been cool. Okay, I still don't trust that bitch. Candiace was just like, some people are just desperate for attention and they make up lies, just because they need a little bit of attention. So they do their little tug of war, whatever. Next, we have the Limbo contest. Okay, Sharice was like, oh, we can do the Limbo contest. That was at the same time that Ashley got there with her boys. Okay. Ashley got, the babies, they at that age where they be scared around other people, be crying and shit, it just be like, can you get your baby, like, baby crying? It's like, I don't want to hold you, so don't even worry about it, okay? I'm not going to pick you up or nothing. Take your crying ass baby. Ashley jumps in full force. She's gonna do the limbo contest. Okay, I did the limbo when we was in Cabo San Lucas. I had to post a video. Maybe I'll post it later today, child. I was so nervous that my wig was gonna fall off. I wasn't even nervous at first, but Mr. was like, I hope your wig don't fall off. I didn't volunteer to participate. I was made to participate as we played this game at the table, and I was the one that had to go up and participate. I couldn't even do my limbo shit because I was afraid. I was just like, ooh, that's gonna be on Twitter, that's gonna be on TikTok and Instagram if my wig comes off. So, child, I was trying to do it. I ended up falling. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So they do their little limbo or whatever, and then the ladies are sitting around and they're talking, and they ask, Ashley, how is the house hunting coming along? And she was just like, actually, it's been kind of rough because every house that I find, gets bidded on and she loses. The housing market right now is hot. Everything is up 200% because there's not really that many houses. They're not building houses because building supplies is super expensive and you can't get them back ordered, all this shit. So now people just taking up all the inventory. And Mia asked her, well, how's the separation going? And she says, you know what, if I was being truthful, I'm having a hard time with it. Okay, Michael's having a vasectomy today. And they were just sort of like, oh, really? Was that always in the plan? She was like, yeah, he had already decided he was going to get him because he thinks that I'm getting, that I want to get pregnant by him. Like, I'm trying to get pregnant on purpose. And they were like, really? Like, first of all, why aren't you guys separated? Why are you sleeping with him? She's like, he won't sleep with me because he thinks that I'm trying to have another baby. Mia was like, girl, you messed that up, honey. You were supposed to have 2 or 3 more kids before you made up, the decision to have a divorce. Okay, lock them kids in like I did with Gordon. Okay, nigga can get froggish if you want to. We gonna get this child support one way or the other. Anyway, Ashley says that it makes her feel sad, the idea that she and Michael will not be able to have any kids, together anymore. Michael wasn't having no more kids with you even if you didn't have that vasectomy. Michael said, I ain't having no more damn kids with no fucking body. Okay, Doc, cut off the vas deferens or whatever you want to say it's called. So, and her and Michael, their sex habits, they just can't quite, Michael still want to do the threesomes and all that. She's past all of that. So they just can't seem to meet in the middle anymore. So once we start talking about threesomes, I was just like, do you guys remember you had family fun day? Okay. Robin comes over and is like, okay, I think it's time to call this day, an end. Let's wrap it up. Thanks everybody for coming. When the girls are packing up to leave, Ashley and Candiace are talking, and Ashley asked Candiace how's the IVF coming, and Candiace says, well, she had to stop it because her body, whatever it was that she said, is not taken to the process. She's not able to develop whatever it is that she needs to develop, and she feels like she failed at it. And Ashley was like, it's not a failure. Don't look at yourself that way. Like I keep saying, I feel like Candiace is really just feeling pressured to have a baby. I don't even think that she really wants to have one, and then of course Ashley says it's the best feeling you'll ever have, is to have kids. And those kind of comments definitely pressure people who possibly don't think that they may not want kids. That was a whole bunch of negatives. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she may not want them, but when people start telling you, oh, it's the best feeling, and it is not the best feeling for everybody at the beginning. Y'all saw my postpartum story time. If you haven't, go watch it. Okay. It took a while for me to fall in love with Joe. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So Ashley tells her, don't worry about it. You know what? I put you in my journal last night. And Candiace was like, you did? Yeah, I just gave you like some little baby, some little baby positives to, and Candiace was like, okay, girl, as long as it ain't no voodoo or nothing, I only talk to Jesus. So, as long as it's not going to interrupt what I'm trying to do, it's fine. So that's good, Ashley and Candiace, I guess, are forging this friendship. Now afterwards, 14 hours after the family fun day, Ashley is in her car driving and she realizes that the cat is out the bag. The announcement has been made. Somebody has leaked to the public that her and Michael are getting a divorce. Okay. And she doesn't know who it could be. She's like, my circle is very small. I was like, yeah, girl, it's either the Housewives or somebody in the production. Okay. Very easy. Or maybe it could even be you and Michael. Okay. But now that it's out, she's all stressed out, trying to reach Michael. Guess what? Surprise, surprise. We can't find this motherfucker. We can't never find Michael when we need to. Okay, Michael is the king of disappearing acts. Okay, this will not be the first time. Definitely won't be the last. So instead, she gets in touch with Auntie. And Auntie was like, girl, I saw. And, you know, Ashley's like, I'm so stressed out. Like, this was not supposed to come out this way. Like, I don't know who leaked it, but, you know, I wanted to be the one to, you know, get out in front of this, not just having it out in the blogs like this. Well, what does Michael say? Well, Ashley couldn't tell you, Auntie, because the nigga won't answer the phone. She was like, you know, I called and it goes doo-doo-doo. I said, girl, that sounds like disconnection. She was like, I'm trying to send a text message and it won't go through. I said, girl, that man that upped and disconnected his phone. Child, that Michael was just like, he ain't got nothing to say about it, okay? So she's all stressed, but what should she do? She feels like she has to put a statement out. And Auntie agrees, like, yeah, you need to go on and say something. She wishes she could talk to Michael, but since she can't, she has to do something because they're demonizing him in the public, making it seem like, you know, because of all of their past experiences that this is why they're getting a divorce, when Ashley says that that is not even the reason why they're getting a divorce. So yeah, she's upset, can't reach Michael. Auntie says, girl, go on and put it out. So she gonna put the statement out. She doesn't want to fight with Michael, so I guess she hopes that this is the best course of action. Okay, and then she was like, yeah, this is all on God's timing, right, Auntie? That's right. God knows what's best. All right, you guys, that's it. Let me get off of here. I gotta get to work. Okay, did this before I had to clock in. Okay? Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.